The buzzword in the hustle community, so as to speak, is about creating multiple income sources. Everyone has their favorite, and I will not dispute one against the other. The aim at the beginning should not always be to pitch one against the other based on news on the net. One must stop and assess one's resources and think about longevity of the plan before undertaking any particular path. My way to approach the issue from day 2 was very clear. And today, in this video, I will be sharing my journey to multiple income sources in less than a year. Before we jump into the meat of things, we need to first understand what multiple income sources mean. Now, by definition, an income source is a cash-producing venture where the input is skill, time, or money, or a combination of the three. The output is additional cash. I like to differentiate income sources from value increment sources like stocks and bonds. For me, an income source has to be positively adding cash at the end of the month. Otherwise, I cannot term the venture as an income source. Having said this, I realized that if I have to set up multiple income sources, I need to understand the inputs first and the constraints around them before launching. Step 1. Analyze current and near future financial leverage. What I mean is, before exploring any online business, one has to understand the possible monetary input that will go into the business and at least a rough idea about the possible profit-generating time period. If e-commerce appeals to be a viable option, for example for an online business, you must also understand that it will require an upfront investment to launch the business. I realize that I do not have a large amount of additional cash. I have some money, but I could not possibly invest all of it into one untested venture. So, things like e-commerce store, crypto, day trading, etc. were taken out of the equation. With regards to money, I made a crucial realization that whatever online business I start, I will have to fund it with my own salary, and perhaps a little bit of my savings. You need to have enough in the bank. After a certain time, you can't be going through life having minimum amounts in the bank. So, all strategy or business planning must take into account how much money will be needed at least for the next 6 months. Step 2. The next logical step is to take time into factor. If you are already employed in a job that minimum consumes 8 hours in a day, commute optional, you have to consider the time and energy already dispensed. How much time you can practically give to the venture on a daily basis is an important factor. You will have to adjust the timeline to profit accordingly. It is better to dedicate a fixed time on a daily basis than to have inconsistency as a result of setting too high a target. You need time to learn the basics, apply them, experiment, that then also pivot your way up. Every income stream you set up, especially the online ones, have very few barriers to entry, so the competition is pretty much anyone with a laptop and internet connection. How to overcome the resource gap? The only logical solution is to increase the income first by any means. Use some of that extra money to automate systems in the online business, thus eliminating the limited time factor. Now, the quickest possible way to increase your income fast in a safe and stable manner is to find ways to get a higher salary with your current skills. You can add some skills, complete few certifications, and try and find a job that has a higher wage rate. This has to be priority number 1. Multiple income streams don't mean anything unless a substantial change of at least 20% invisible on the income. I, for one, see only 2 options. 1. Develop writing skills pertaining to marketing and branding. These skills are easier and cheaper to learn and have a universal use case. 2. Use current skills to get a higher paying job. 3. Do both. Option 3 might seem a lot, but initially most writing jobs would be gigs, leaving ample time to incorporate both. Listen guys, in the absence of resources, extra effort has to be put in. The plan is also designed accordingly. In the future video I will share the exact details of my method. For this video I have given a template that can be followed by anyone. To cap it, try and get a higher paying job as quickly as possible for the extra money, and/or develop a universal skill that is in high demand and is relatively easier and cheaper to learn. If you found the video informative and useful, make sure to like it. Also, subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourselves and your families. God bless us all. Thank you.